Hello everybody and welcome to Three Suns Tarot. This is my very first reading for this channel, and today I'm doing a personal reading for Sarah. This is the first time she's ever had a reading. So we are going to do a general. General reading for Sarah, please. General reading for Sarah, please. General reading for Sarah. Sarah. General reading for Sarah, please. General reading for Sarah, please. General reading for Sarah. 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 First card out is the Two of Cups. General reading for Sarah. That is the question and situation that's being talked about. The energy or challenge around the situation is death. Tarot uses the old definition of death, which means a change or an ending, a transformation. They didn't have all those separate words at the time to have more specific definitions, so everything that is called death. Does it make sense? Okay. General reading for Sarah. Four of Pentacles in your subconscious. General reading for Sarah. And those two fell out. Okay, we have the Three of Cups and the Ace of Swords in your recent past. General reading for Sarah. We got the Eight of Swords in your conscious mind. General reading for Sarah. Oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune for the immediate future. A general reading for Sarah. General reading for Sarah. We got the Knight of Swords for you on the situation. General reading for Sarah. The Sun card in the outside energy. General reading for Sarah. General reading for Sarah. And general reading for Sarah. Now we need potential outcome. Oh, there's two. Okay. The question of the situation is being talked about, which is the Two of Cups. This usually symbolizes a relationship. It could also be a partnership or a friendship. The energy that's surrounding the situation or the challenge is the Death card. There are some changes happening in this relationship. Your subconscious on the situation, which is the Four of Pentacles. This is telling me that you know that things in this relationship are changing or are going to change, and they're going to change quite a bit. And there's a part of you that is a little afraid of that, which is also expressed in your conscious mind, which is the Eight of Swords, and your hopes or fears, which is the Five of Swords. Right now, whatever the situation is, it's good. It's enjoyable. There's more positives than negatives, and you like it the way it is for now. Whatever the relationship is. Your recent past, which is the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups. Whatever this relationship is, it's been a first for you in a lot of things. I want to say that you try to tend to be more on the mental side of things rather than the emotional, but you're definitely a good mix between emotions and thoughts, but most people try to stay within the mental side and not allow themselves the emotional side. But so whatever this relationship is, it's helped you grow a lot. It's helped you grow mentally and emotionally, mature-wise. It's brought you a lot of new thoughts, new ways of thinking, and there's been a lot of enjoyment and celebration within this relationship. Now, when I say relationship, it can be any kind of relationship. It could be fiance, boyfriend, just friends. It could be a family member. Excuse me. Your conscious mind on the situation, which is the Eight of Swords. You're not too sure about the future of this relationship. And with the Eight of Swords, that it's happening more so in your head than in the physical reality. There's a lot of things that you're focusing on that bother you, or doesn't match up, or doesn't click, doesn't fit together. The puzzle pieces don't match. There's some, obviously, some fears going on. What if this doesn't work? What if things change too much after whatever this transformation is? What I feel with this relationship is you're slowly growing closer to the person. The two of you have been slowly growing together. This may be a lover's relationship, but the two of you are slowly growing together. You're more in sync with each other than what you have been in the past. It's a nice slow progression in the relationship that is about to take a huge turn, a huge transformation. Your immediate future is the Wheel of Fortune. It's entirely up to you on how this relationship goes. You seem to be the one who is making the choices and in control. I do see that there is more of an equality in the relationship than most other relationships, that you decide equally, but ultimately it's your decision. So your immediate future with the Wheel of Fortune, it's up to you on how this relationship is going to be after this major transformation. I want to say that this is a lover's relationship, or a boyfriend or fiance, something like that. Big transformations is moving in for the first time making love, first time telling them that I love you, getting married. All of those are major transformations. Does that make sense?
What is that, the death part? Just
the yes, that's the energy surrounding the situation. That is the challenge. This is what's coming in and going to happen soon. Okay. And that's where some of the fears are playing out in your mind. You're trying not to give them too much power, but you have been thinking more about the negatives than you have the positives. That's what it's saying. It's going on in your conscious mind, and what's going on in your subconscious mind is everything's good the way it is. What happens? Is it going to be worse after it becomes something new? How much is it going to change? Because there's a part of you that likes it just the way it is now. Does it make sense? Okay. So with the immediate future, the Wheel of Fortune, it's entirely up to you on It's going to transform, but it's up to you on how it transforms. You on the situation, which is the Knight of Swords. There's a part of you. There's a part of you that's wants this transformation now. You don't want to wait. It's kind of like you're battling yourself, because here's a part of you that likes it the way it is and wants it to stay the way it is, and there's a part of you that's like, oh, come on, let's get going now. Let's move this forward. It's almost like an appointment, a doctor's appointment or an interview. You just want to get it done and over with so you can move on. And it's not the... I want to say that part of that fear is the transformation itself and not what comes after. You're a very intelligent and complex person, because you've got all these different thoughts and feelings going on. And there's just this mix of them all, and it's not just like one side or the other. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's coming in from the outside influence, which is the sun, and I feel like that this is coming from spirit. And the sun is arguably the best card in the deck. It's all about freedom and joy and openness and pure love. It's in one sense, I'm getting this as a message from Spirit, and another sense is this is what Spirit is putting into the relationship for you and this other person. So you really don't have anything to worry about. Things are going to be fine. And remember that you are the one in charge, and it's entirely up to you how this relationship unfolds. And from what I can tell, you keep a pretty good balance on both of you getting your way and not just you getting your way. And it is important to do that, because relationships don't last if you don't. Okay, this is the hopes or fears. Usually in my readings, the hopes and fears are two sides of the same coin. Now, the Five of Swords, this is about mourning the loss. Your fear is either you're going to lose the relationship, or it's going to transform and be garbage, and then you're not going to want it anymore, or it's going to be too... I would say it's more of a fear of the relationship being too different than what it is now, because there's a part of you that likes it the way it is now. The hopes are that it'll just continue as it is, even after the transformation, the parts that you want to keep the way they are. But because it is the Five of Cups, there is more focus on the fear rather than the hope. I hope that made sense. Okay, the final outcome, you got two cards, which is the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands. Wands are about excitement, passion, adventure. So with the Page of Wands, okay, you told me you were engaged for 3 years, right?
About, yeah.
And before you can get married, something has to happen with the GI Bill. Mm-hmm. Okay. According to this transformation is taking place soon. So I don't think it's talking about marriage, but do you guys already live together?
Yes.
Okay. A child can be a transformation as well. Page of Wands usually represents a child. Are you pregnant?
I don't know, but I've just I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
but you might be.
I've just kind of subconsciously had this feeling. I mean, I've had it before and I wasn't, and I am on birth control. But I don't know.
Maybe
I kind of feel like it's always on my mind. Like when we went to IKEA, the baby section, it was just like, oh my gosh, I really, really want a baby. So yeah.
Okay. Maybe your biological clock is ticking. That might be the question that it's answering for you. Is what would happen if you have a baby. This is the transformation that you'll go through. And the other final or potential outcome, which is the Three of Wands, is getting what you want. If you want it, it's yours. You can have it. And it will bring you a lot of love and joy. I think it might be answering your question about having a baby now, of which, it makes total sense. Logically, am I ready? Emotionally, you're ready, but you do like things the way they are, and having children does change things. It is a transformation. There would be a lot of celebration and joy with the child. Is there any of these cards that you want me to clarify?
I don't think so. I feel like it all makes sense.
Okay. Is there anything that Sarah needs to focus on with this decision? Seven of Swords. I dropped a bunch of cards. The Queen of Cups. Anything else that Sarah needs to focus on? There's the Five of Cups again. That's twice you got it. Okay. We've got the Seven of Cups, and we've got the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is all about emotions and feelings, and being the master of those feelings, and having pure love and true love flowing and capable of flowing. And this is saying that you're going to be a great mother. Now, the Seven of Swords is the card of deception. It's either somebody's deceiving you. Most of the time it's the person is deceiving themselves, because swords are of the mind. Wands are of interaction with the outside world. Swords of the mind. And then you got the Five of Cups again, the fear. The fear of, what if I screw up? What if I'm not ready? All those kinds of things. So that can be interpreted as you're deceiving yourself, that you're not going to be a good mom, but this is clearly saying that you will be. Another interpretation is you may feel like you're ready, but you may not be. Of course, you have to consider finances, where you are in your life, if you're done with college, things like that, career. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. We got the Fool. Have you ever taken care of children before? Babysat?
I have. I worked at a daycare.
Okay.
And I babysit my cousins every other week, so yeah.
And you love it.
I loved working at the daycare. It was hard work, but I really enjoyed it.
I don't think you're going to wait until you're finished with college and all of that. I think that your desire for a child is going to win, and you're going to end up choosing to have a child before everybody else says that you're ready. Very specifically, before everyone else says that you're ready. And yet, it's entirely up to you when and how this takes place. How does your fiance feel about it?
We both do want kids, and we even have their names picked out and everything. So we're really excited. We're just kind of waiting for school and being on our own. So.
How long do you think that will take?
Well, if I'm gonna do the University of Iowa, I'm gonna move out next summer, and I'm gonna move to Iowa City. So we'll be on our own next summer.
But you'll be around the family.
Yes.
Oh, so you'll have a great support system. Good, good. Good. I'm sure that Tawny and your mom will have no problem babysitting if you got a final exam to do or something like that. So, where does your fiance live?
He lives with me in Anto's house.
Oh, okay. Where does he come from?
He is originally from Montana.
Is his family still there?
He has his sister and niece in Montana. His dad's a truck driver, so he's all over the place. His grandma's in Florida, and his mom and stepdad are in Mississippi.
Okay.
So kind of everywhere.
Is he planning on taking a trip soon to see family?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
Like
that's what I'm
next
picking
week.
up on. Something's going to happen on that trip. It's going to take longer than necessary. Let's see what that is.
I mean,
That's awesome. So in closing, you having a child is entirely up to you. When you're ready and when you want to, it'll be yours. And you are definitely more ready to be a parent than what you are. And it's completely normal and natural to be afraid at first, because that is a huge responsibility. And you don't want to hurt the child, but at the same time, you're a human being. You're gonna screw the child up. It's gonna happen. How much you screw the child up is up to you. Okay. I felt traveling down south into the east. Mississippi and Florida are both south and east. Tell us about their trip.
So we're going to.
No.
Oh,
I'm asking
okay.
the kids.
Sorry.
Tell us about their trip. How's the trip going to go? Tell us about the trip. Well, let me rephrase it. I felt something. What's going to happen on this trip? What is going to happen on this trip? Please clarify what I felt. What is going to happen on this trip? What is going to... Oh, shit. Do I tell her? Oh, you can't get married yet because of the GI Bill.
Yes.
Okay. What is going to happen on this trip? What is going to happen on this trip? Well, usually the Knight of Cups is someone presenting you with love, presenting you with a ring, and then the Ten of Cups is the completion. It's the big happy family that you want. It very clearly shows it in...
Interesting.
Yeah, but if you guys are waiting just for the GI Bill, I wonder why this is... and he's already proposed to you, right? Because you're already engaged? This is interesting. What is going to happen on this trip? Unless you two secretly get married, I don't know how well that would go with...
Family.
Well, my thought was Army, because if you get that money and you're already married, that could be...
Yeah.
Please clarify the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Oh. The Wheel of Fortune again. Something big is going to happen on this trip. Something big. What is going to happen on this trip? Oh, the Sun card fell out again. Please clarify what is going on the trip. Please clarify what's going to happen on the trip. Please clarify what's going to happen on the trip. Please clarify what's going to happen on the trip. That Death card keeps coming up. Got the Death card, the Eight of Wands, the King of Wands, That usually symbolizes an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. How do you feel about like a non-legal ceremony, like an old-fashioned hand tie the Wiccan way, or some ritual to where it cements the relationship, and be considered marriage, but not legally married? Does that make sense? Is there anything that exists on either side, your side or his side, for that to happen?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've never really thought of it.
So something's going to happen on this trip that is going to be a huge game changer. It's going to initiate this transformation. And the Eight of Wands is all systems go. Go for it. It's a yes. And these two cards together usually signifies a marriage. So I was thinking there are ways that you can get married without it being legally recognized. That way the army, you don't get in trouble with the army legally. And the Sun card came out again. Something big's going to happen. Something that you're completely unaware of, but is planned. It's going to be a good trip. Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
How was that reading?
It was awesome. I feel like it was very positive, and I mean everything you said, I feel like I could apply it to like thoughts in my head.
Cool.
At first, like you're talking about like a relationship, and some of the things you were saying, I felt like it could be another person in my life, but I feel like it was definitely more focused around Chase.
So whatever the trip is, something big is planned for you, and it's going to be a surprise, and you're going to love it.
Okay.
Thank you for viewing the video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. And here in the near future, I will have a website where you can book your own readings. I will never show up in the comments to give a reading. Those people are scammers. They're just trying to take your money. Thank you.